crazy stuff coming up. Matt and I are still sitting here, still discovering more. Um, I was showing Matt my. I was trying to show Matt my decoding of Stranger Things. I haven't made a video yet or anything because I haven't been able to actually record the actual show. Every time I open up Netflix and I have OBS open as well, it boots me out of my recording software, OBS. So yeah, I haven't been able to make a video yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to, but once I figure out how to, you'll have my decoding of it, because I applaud everybody who has been decoding it. You guys are pointing out some pretty crazy stuff, but I've got a lot to point out. People seem to be missing certain key aspects of that film, or that show. But yeah, so we were talking about that, and then it led me to Winona Ryder. And Winona Ryder she plays the mother in Stranger Things, and learned some pretty crazy stuff about her. Her godfather is Timothy Leary, and Timothy Leary is an American psychologist and writer known for advocating the exploration of the therapeutic potential of psychedelic drugs under controlled conditions. He's really big into. He led the Concord Prison Experiment and the Marsh Chapel Experiment. He's, like it says, he's an advocate of therapeutic potential of psychedelic drugs. Basically, what they're saying is he experiments on people with said drugs and records his observations. But also says here he popularized catchphrases that promoted his philosophy, which is the philosophy of mind expansion and personal truth through LSD. He had catchphrases such as turn on, tune in, drop out, set and setting, and think for yourself and question authority. He also wrote and spoke frequently about transhumanist concepts involving space migration, intelligence increase, life extension. Developed the 8-circuit model of consciousness in his book Exopsychology, which released in 1977. Gave lectures, occasionally billing himself as a performing philosopher. And I want to point out that he was arrested often enough to see the inside of 36 different prisons, and President Richard Nixon once described Timothy Leary as the most dangerous man in America. Now, this is the godfather of this actress, and I believe this actress is under MK Ultra experiments and whatnot. And in fact, in Stranger Things, it is blatantly said, and you see the news articles of MK Ultra experiments, and they use the actual experiments, and you see sensory deprivation tanks. Anyways, Winona Ryder's debut film is Lucas, and Lucas starred Corey Haim, Cary Green, Charlie Sheen, Courtney Thorne-Smith, and like I said, it was the debut of Winona Ryder. Well, Corey Haim recently, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, might have been another Corey something, but Corey Haim, and I think another Corey actually, came out speaking about the child pedophilia rings in the movie industry and film industry, whatever you want to call it. And anyways, he was a child actor in this film. I believe there's also, he was probably used for mind control experiments, MK Ultra experiments as well. Who knows? But anyways, this film dropped 3/28, 1986, and yeah, like I said, debuted Winona Ryder. It was directed by David Seltzer, and David Seltzer, I believe if you scroll through this article here, you will find out that David Seltzer is the one who discovered Winona Ryder for her role in the film Lucas. Yeah, he's the one who discovered her. David Seltzer is also known for he's most famously known for his screenplays The Omen, Prophecy, 6 Weeks, My Giant, Dragonfly, Bird on a Wire, Lucas, Punchline, Shining Through, and Nobody's Baby. Well, The Omen, as you can see here, most of you already know what this is about, but if you don't, the film concerns a young child adopted at birth by American ambassador Robert Thorne, unbeknownst to his wife, after their own son is stillborn. They are surrounded by mysterious and ominous deaths, unaware that the child is the Antichrist. And if you scroll down here, sorry, spoiler alert, like I said, if you don't want to know the end of this, but the double funeral of Catherine and Robert is attended by the President of the United States, who now has custody of a smiling Damien. And Damien is the child that is the Antichrist in this. Just before the credits roll, Revelations 13:18 appears. And yeah, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Well, this movie dropped June 6th, 1976, and June 6th is 6/6. It also dropped June 25th, 1976, 6/25, 76, 6/7/76. It's 111 minutes. It made 60.9 million in box office. But I wanted to point out a couple other things. This other movie, Dragonfly, that David Seltzer also did the screenplay for. This movie, Dragonfly, right on the cover here, you see a cross and crossroads, and this is apparently about contacting spirits through his near-death experience. Anyways, this right here, I believe these are ley lines as well. This is what we're seeing, is two ley lines merging, and that's how they're contacting. And I think this is something that we should start looking into more heavily. I think there's a lot to do with ley lines that's happening here in our world today. Most commonly known is Pokemon Go, and I think that the Pokestops and whatnot in that game are where certain ley lines merge. But anyways, that's a whole other story. Anyways, this film dropped 2002. And it's not the only time you're gonna see this. This other movie, Nobody's Baby, again, written by, directed by David Seltzer, dropped 1/1/2001. Its runtime is 112 minutes. Now, and it stars Matthew Modine. What do you know? Matthew Modine is also in Stranger Things. And quickly, we'll pull this up. Matthew Modine, MM. He was born 3/22/1959. Anyways. Yeah, so there's this. Now, we hit the jackpot with this one, I think, you guys. found Prophecy. Prophecy is also, it's written by David Seltzer, and it's about paper mills waste making a local bear mutated, having the bear turn rampant in the wilderness. Okay, whatever. The caption here: she lives, don't move, don't breathe. There's nowhere to run. She will find you. Or color symbolism, whatever. That's not what I wanted to point out, though. I wanted to point out the fact that it dropped June 5th. Ooh, oops. It dropped June 15th, 1979. And I just finished pointing out that Hercules dropped June 15th, 1997. Now, from June 15th, 79 to 97 is 6,575 days or 18 years. And if we look right here, Hades learns in this Hercules movie that in 18 years the planetary alignment will allow Hades to locate and free the Titans to conquer Olympus. This movie, Prophecy, dropped exactly 18 years before this movie, Hercules. Like I said, I think we've stumbled upon some pretty crazy here, you guys. Let me know what you think. Much love. God bless.